All right, everybody, welcome back to Versus Live. My name is Corey Baumeister.
I'm Ross Merriam.
All right, and we got Dan, the man with the plan, in the booth taking all the questions. Say hi, Dan, the man with the plan.
That's a lot of rhymes.
Fortunately, Dan doesn't have a fan. Now he's just sweating.
Yeah.
You know, they've put heaters around him. He's still on the tiny stool. It's getting bad.
Is your mouse pad now sandpaper, Dan? Jesus, what?
He doesn't even have a computer.
Scratch my optical laser tube.
And don't forget, everybody, we are powered by StarCityGames.com, and we are sponsored by Carnox Chairs. Head over to Carnox.com/SCG if you want to pick up one of these nice chairs. All right. Well, Ross is...
I was napping in the chair.
They're nice. I know. Yeah. They're nice. So we're having a little bit of a past, present, and future of Urza, kind of the evolution of Urza, essentially. We played the 4-color version, which is still just a great deck. I will say the 4-color version has a lot of, I wouldn't say nonsense, but I mean, some of the spell bombs I feel are not really necessary anymore. You know, like Nile Spellbomb, I think is at like the worst it's ever been. You know, I mean, it just feels like I take that out against every single matchup. You don't have Dredge running around, you know, Hogak. You were playing Nile Spellbomb in the main for that. Pyrite Spellbomb is like okay as a thing to search up. But overall, I think some of the cards were just lackluster. And that makes sense why we've evolved since then and moved into what I like to have as like our present Urza deck right now.
Certainly the most popular one right now.
It is definitely the most popular. It's been putting up results. It's playing Paradoxical Outcome and the new card Emery, Lurker of Shadows?
Lurker of the Lock.
Lurker of the Lock. Playing a little bit of new cards from Throne of Eldraine, trying to put as many 0-mana artifacts into play as possible with engineered explosives. You know, you have Mox Opus Baubles,
Ambers,
Mox Amber, Everflowing Chalice, and then just pick them all up with Paradoxical Outcome and do it all over again. Rinse and repeat and rinse and repeat.
Yeah. Hopefully generating extra mana with Urza, maybe generating extra tokens to heal your Sai.
Exactly.
And then, you know, you just start going off, really. It's not a deterministic combo, but the engine itself is so powerful that you usually end up drawing most of your deck, generating a huge battlefield of creatures, casting your one Nexus of Fate, and then killing them on your following turn.
Exactly. And it started off as a grinding station kind of kill, and we're going to see a little bit of that later on, but now it has just evolved to just playing one Nexus of Fate, so you generate this board state of just a bunch of creatures that equals 20 or above, Nexus of Fate, and then attack. Another way to just close the game that's probably a little faster on Moto and able to,
There's some pluses and minuses. Grinding Station, you know, it's an artifact that can enable your other things. You can bounce it with a Paradoxical Outcome. You can generate tokens with your Sihilies and Sais and things like that. But the issue is once it goes to the graveyard, Emery's your only way of getting it back.
Yeah.
And that can be a problem in matchups where you really need to kill them the turn you combo.
Yeah.
Nexus of Fate, we've seen, you just can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
It's the cockroach of Magic. It never goes away.
It really is. Yeah, it gets kicked out of one format and it pops up in another, just like Hogak popping up in Legacy.
Exactly.
And if you're playing against Blue-Black Mill, you can't lose.
Oh, yes, you can.
Can you really? I was saying that mostly blindly.
If you get to 7 mana, you can't lose.
Yeah.
Because then they eventually just mill you to the one card, and you have to have like a creature too.
Sure.
I don't know how the rules work. If I have no way to win and just 7 mana and one card and it's Nexus of 8, can I just keep casting it every turn?
Of course,
and it's
because they deck.
But on Moto, you'll time out. So that definitely doesn't work on Moto. But like, is it just a draw?
I would think not, because the Nexus person would win because the opponent would deck after 60 turns or whatever, you know?
No, but they're never taking a turn. That's the thing.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah,
you're taking all the turns, but if you have no way to win,
It's a draw.
Yeah, but like, are you forced to not cast Nexus of 8 because you're like not progressing the game state, so to speak?
Well,
luckily
you're casting spells.
Technically, you.
I don't know how it works.
Well, luckily, this Blue-Black Mill Nexus of Fate interaction is not going to come up for us today on Versus, unless that is what you're playing.
No, I am playing Amulet Titan. This is Matthew Dilk's winning list from the Team Constructed Open. Notably,
just the
not
new hotness these days.
Notably, not playing Karn the Great Creator. So I think maybe he thinks this matchup is so good that you don't need it. He is incorporating some cards from Throne of Eldraine. There's Once Upon a Time, which is great at just increasing the deck's consistency. Not only finding Primeval Titan, but in the early turns, finding your Azuzas and Sakura Tribe Scouts to make sure that you're getting that acceleration.
Yeah.
So you cast Primeval Titan in time, and he's playing 2 copies of Castle Garenbrig. Pairs perfectly well with Titans. So I think the way his deck is set up, it's very consistent at getting Titans out quickly. And he thinks that's good enough to win this matchup. Doesn't need Karn.
Prime time is good. Prime time's been good, and it remains to be good.
Cards messed up.
There's a past, present, and future of prime time, and it's just always good. It's always just a flat line of good. So,
Okay, so I lost match 1, so I'll be on the play here.
all right,
And
let's
we'll see what
do
we got.
this. So let's see what we can do with a little paradoxical outcome here. Ooh, all right. This hand is reasonable. I thought this was a for sure mulligan, but we got enough free stuff to do here.
So I'm going to turn 4 my Titan with this hand, but if I, draw some good cards, I can turn 3. I think this is a keep.
Yeah, we're going to keep this. This hand looks pretty sweet.
Okay, I'm going to start on a Gemstone Mine and a Sakura Tribe Scout.
Okay,
turn.
perfect. All right, so we drew our second land here, so that's pretty solid. And we're going to start with a Astrolabe.
Yep.
Draw a card. We're going to go with a Mox and explosives for 0.
This feels like an Emery.
And an Emery. Yep. We get to do it. Okay, so we put the top 4. And now we can replay artifacts from here, which is pretty nice.
You tap to target one, yeah.
Yeah, of course. But can replay at least one here. So that's all we got for now. Your turn. That's a spicy turn 1. Spicy turn 1.
So let's just play a Teleria West and pass the turn.
Okay. So let's see what we can do here. So we're for sure going to sack this.
19.
All right. And we can return Mox Amber right now to generate 4 mana. But I think we need a little bit more setup. I don't think that's good enough right now.
So sign that there's no Urza in Corey's hand.
Yeah.
4 mana Urza would be a very easy
It
play.
would be good enough, right? Yeah, okay, so we're going to go with Saheeli instead.
Yep.
All right. And we're going to target Mox Amber.
Cast it, get a servo.
Yep, get a servo here. Got a couple of those. All right, and then we will tap this for blue. Well, do some scrying. Keep this one on top, this on bottom. And that's all we can do for now. It's still a pretty solid turn, too.
Yeah, have to imagine that top card is one of the 4 mana spells. Got to be Urza or Outcome. And so I will play in Azusa. Oh, wait, sorry. End step, I had to do this.
Oh, okay.
My
I was
bad.
going to say.
We distracted me.
Yep,
So imagine
yep.
I did that on end step.
Sure.
Cast Azusa. So now I have 3 land drops to make. And I will play Teleria West, Radiant Fountain, gain 2, and Gemstone Mine.
All right, so you're at 22. I'm at 19.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll pass the turn.
All right, so I have to assume I'm probably dead next turn, or at least you're going to be doing some action. So we want to make sure this turn counts.
You're at 18.
We'll be able to do some stuff, that's for sure. So we'll tap 2 blue, 3, 4. We'll go with an outcome here. Maybe we actually want to... Nah, we probably don't want to get a well. I don't want to waste mana right now, so we'll return these 5. Oh.
Think again.
Think again, he says.
You do get a servo.
I do get a servo. All right.
They're over here.
Oh, thanks. Well, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. Now I guess we want to go with the Witching Well.
Get another servo.
Get another servo. And then scry 2. Keep both of these on top.
Jesus.
So, I mean, you can't kill me next turn with having to do that. Is it worth attacking to get 1 point through? Definitely not. We'll pass to you.
Okay. Upkeep will pay for the pact.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
All right. Do you have another one?
There's only one in the deck, Corey.
Okay. That's a good sign then. All right. Now we got the Urza. Okay. We'll get a construct. 4 blue. And then we will PO. Returning these 6.
You should probably return the Emery, too.
Probably should, huh?
Actually, you might want to return the Saheeli, too. You have plenty of mana.
Yeah, that's true. 6, 7. Yeah, we'll return.
You get a servo with the
Okay, we'll draw 8 cards. We have access to a bunch of mana here. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now we just kind of go crazy. So we're gonna first put Saheeli back.
Yep.
And now we are going to...
Now this is sort of like, combo elves. It's like Nettle, Heritage, Glimpse all going. Every creature you play generates mana and draws cards. It's just with artifacts.
1, 2. All right, we're already out. We'll do
We're up to 5 untapped.
Yep. You got me? Okay.
And 3 tapped.
5. We'll do with 6. And 7. Now we'll start Astrolabing. 8. Bobble is 9. We'll start tapping. All right, I haven't played a land yet, so we'll go like this.
17.
This is fun. All right, we'll play an Astrolabe. Draw. Our hand is actually quite bad right now, but... All right, we'll go with a tap one of these.
This goes to 4. That goes to 9.
Emery. 4. Now I suppose we can do this. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. All right, so tap 2 of these and funnel black. Wishbone.
Wishclaw Talisman.
Or Wishclaw. We will give it to you. Go get a PO. Do we even need that? Do we just get Nexus and win? No, I think we need a PO. PO.
Yeah, this game is very over.
Then it's over because I just draw the rest of my deck. Eventually, I get Nexus of Fate.
Yeah.
And then kill you.
And you're gonna play. You're gonna play multiple more Urzas too,
Yeah.
and get more constructs, and they'll kill me.
So for anybody who wouldn't know how this is going, I'm gonna PO return everything. Essentially, draw my deck. Eventually, I will just have access to play Urza, make a bunch of constructs, and then just cast the one of Nexus of Fate, and then just attack.
Yeah. With a huge. I mean, you've got almost 20 servos too.
Exactly. So
At that point, so. Quick game 1 there. I thought I had a guaranteed turn 4 Titan basically in my hand. And if I draw an Amulet, I can turn 3 a Titan.
Yep.
Just didn't draw an Amulet, and the turn 4 Titan was not even close to good enough.
Yeah.
Like turn 3 Titan might not have been good enough.
And when you countered the Paradoxical Outcome, I was like, oh, that's kind of bad. But the other card in my hand was Paradoxical Outcome. And then I scryed an Urza on top, and I was like, all right.
So we are going to take a quick break here, get some sideboarding set up, and we will be back to finish this match between Amulet Titan and Paradoxical Urza. Don't go anywhere. Okay, welcome back here to sideboarding between Amulet Titan and Paradoxical Urza. On my side, we've got a couple Disdainful Strokes, which I like because they stop both of the big payoff cards.
Yep.
We do have Dismembers on our sideboard. I don't think just Dismembering Urza is good enough, and you don't have that much room for disruption, so the 2 strokes are all we're going to have.
Yeah, and if you do that on the stack and I could ever PO and bring it back, you're just like, yep, that's game.
I've done that to people.
Yeah.
And then I'm bringing in a second copy of Engineered Explosives. Actually, I think it's pretty good in this matchup. They're only an 18 land deck. So it's actually pretty tough for them to get to 4 consistently without the artifact mana. EE, destroys all those. Can also kill a whole horde of tokens, maybe the Construct from Urza, things like that. So I think it's valuable to just have a second copy. I don't like Force of Vigor in the matchup. Force is basically doing the same thing that EE is doing, but it either costs 4 mana or 2 cards, and this costs 2 mana or 1 card.
Yeah.
So it's just half the cost, and it's 2 durable.
Sure.
So I don't like Force. I'm actually even cutting Rex Sage. There's not
interesting to
there's
me.
not specific artifacts I'm trying to kill. If this were the
Opal, probably.
Yeah, it would be a fine one, but I'm not tutoring for this card to do that.
Yeah,
as a
true.
one of.
Definitely.
I'm bringing in better disruptive elements against like Wurza where you have bridge. Yeah, obviously the Rex Age is great.
Yeah.
And then I'm trimming some of the lands that are low in functionality here. Both colorless lands. I'm not winning these like long grind them out Field of the Dead games in this matchup. That's the game that you're trying to play.
You're not in standard, buddy.
Yeah, I want to be a combo deck. Radiant Fountain obviously rather poor in a matchup where they're not pressuring my life total. And a 29 land deck, you can afford to trim a couple lands You want to leave all of your acceleration, all of your Titans and things in the deck. I like the one Pact of Negation. Hopefully I can, have games where I go like Titan, get some mana, like Transmute Tolaria West, hold up Pact, have you dead next turn.
Sure.
Things like that. So just small little things, just have a little bit more disruption to buy me that extra turn I need, because in a race it's pretty even. You're killing like turn 4, turn 3 if you're lucky. That's about where I am too.
Yep. No, it makes sense to me. And I think I had an insane draw. Like, I played a ton of Urza getting ready for like GP Indianapolis, but since these PO decks and even Emery has come out, I haven't played a ton, but that draw felt really good.
That was an above average draw.
Yeah. Okay. So what we're doing is we're kind of trying to do the same here, be a little bit more interactive. We're both trying to, keep true to our deck and not put in too much where our deck doesn't function anymore.
Exactly. Bring in the minimal amount of interaction we need
to make ourselves feel better that we're trying to stop what you're doing just as much as I'm trying to do what I'm doing. Yep. So what we're taking out here, I'm taking out the Nexus because I think Stoic Rebuttal is kind of that. Stoic Rebuttal and Thoughtseize are kind of that I draw enough cards, generate enough mana where I don't have to go get Urza, but I just make it mathematically impossible for you to win while I do give you a turn. I just draw both of these and I'm like, okay, I have 6 artifacts on tap with Urza. I say go and I'm like, whatever you have, I will counter 2 things and good luck getting through it. So I think, and drawing Nexus is just bad. It's super bad. You never want to draw this card.
Very, very bad.
And then a couple Thoughtseize to stop these early turns, maybe stop your disruption. And then we're taking out, I like keeping the deck very much the same to its core, and that means trimming a lot of things. Trimming an Emery, trimming a Witching Well, and trimming an EE just to keep the deck just basically the same, just with a few less numbers.
Yeah.
All right. So we got any questions here while we get ready for this second game, Dan?
We do. First and foremost, Elevation AV brought up in chat the situation that we talked about at the beginning of this hour.
Okay.
On MTGO, you'll lose. In paper, you're creating a loop. You state how many times you want to repeat the loop, and then you have to take a different action and lose.
Okay.
Or at least pass the turn. But then if you don't have anything to do, eventually you'll lose.
Nice, nice. So, I'm glad chat's been keeping tracks of that. Good work, chat.
Yeah. Good job. So as far as like actual questions are concerned,
okay.
From Master Marshmallow, do you think there are any Throne of Eldraine cards that could make waves in Legacy?
Oko probably. Oko's I've already seen in a couple of lists here and there.
In Temur Delver, sideboards, and things like that.
Still, Emery, I think, has a possibility.
Yeah, Emery definitely doing similar things as it's doing here in Modern.
Yep. It kind of seems like the extent to me so far, but
there's probably some weird decks that would want Once Upon a Time. Maybe.
Yeah. Or wait, the destroy target artifact adventure green creature, I bet, probably sees some play. I wasn't there a deck that
Flaxen
can like
Intruder?
Yeah. Wasn't there a deck that could like tutor up creatures, which then tutored up an artifact removal spell? Like, there's got to be some kind of like creature tutor. I don't
know.
Maybe not, but yeah.
But no, well, just the
Oko and Emery.
Yeah, Oko, Emery, maybe Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, that's fair.
In the right deck.
All right, great questions. Let's do this game here. All right, so you are on the play this turn.
Yep. I've got another solid one.
Our hand is significantly worse, but I think it's good enough to keep. This could be too slow and we might lose, but I think this is worth trying.
Okay, well, I'll start the same way I started last time.
All right. Yeah, neither of us are really interacting with our early creatures, which is pretty funny. I'll start with an Astrolabe, and your turn.
Not the best draw.
Okay.
I will cast an Ancient Stirrings. We are digging for Amulet.
Amulet, okay. Or Guru Land, I figure you probably already have, but...
Well, we have found an Amulet.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
I will... So if we play this, then we play this next turn. We can go play Amulet, play this, return itself, 3, and then we are at.
I don't like you doing math. That's usually bad news for me.
That's 6. That'll work. Okay, play Telerio has to pass the turn.
Okay. All right, so what can we do here? We can cast this for 0. Then we can cast Emery.
Yep.
Mill 4. Hit 1 artifact. Just a bauble, nothing special. And then we'll play a land and say go. No land?
No land I want to put in.
Okay.
So I'll cast this Amulet.
Okay.
Play this, sit on taps.
Yep.
We'll make mana with the return trigger in the stack.
Okay.
Return it.
Okay.
So I have blue, green, and pool. Cast Summon Respect.
Okay.
I will find Azusa, Lost but Seek.
Okay.
I'll tap this for a green. I'll cast the Azusa.
Okay.
I will make 4 mana with this with my 2 other land drops,
Yep.
floating 2 mana each time. Then we'll activate, untap, return this, go to 6,
Okay.
3 blue, 3 green, cast Primeval Fate.
Yep. I don't think I can win.
Well, you're not dead this turn.
Yeah.
And I just have to get some mana into play. So we'll get these 2, untap,
Okay.
give this haste.
Sure.
We'll return the Stronghold,
Okay.
and then attack you for 8.
All right.
And I want to make sure I can pay for Summoner's Pact next turn.
Probably a good call.
And I don't know, through like a weird bounce spell of some kind. And that actually means
I think I'm just stone cold 0% from here, but we'll see what we draw.
I'll just get some basic forests. This like plays around a Blood Moon.
Okay.
It plays around a bounce spell on this.
Sure.
And
Well, I found one example of where Nexus of Fate's going to be way better. If I'm already going to die on board, you know, getting a bunch of counters. Well, I guess I can just get an army of blockers, but
I guess this isn't going to kill you next turn. Maybe I should come up with a line that actually kills you. So I can't get more than 2 mana onto the battlefield because I like need both. I want to keep both these lands around.
sure.
Which is awkward. Oh, I guess I do, but I do have a Azusa. So I want to end. I want to end with a
Probably
bounce land in my
a
hand.
green Guru land into your hand. Another growth chamber or something.
Okay, so yeah. So why don't we just get this thing and a Karoo land of some kind. We'll just get another blue one.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. This is what we do. Figured it out. We got a breeding pool. So we're gonna get these 2 and gonna untap them.
Okay.
And gonna return this. I was gonna transmute Telarius, but I can't get a blue pact anyway. So yeah, this is fine.
You can, but you just can't cast it.
Yeah, because I have to pay for the other one.
Yep.
Whatever. We'll just.
Sure.
Oh, I wanted to end with a Karoo in my hand. So that'll make me tap the Boros Garrison.
It really doesn't matter. I'm going to draw a card and lose next turn,
Yeah.
more than likely.
You can go.
Yep.
That's fine still because this is gonna. I have another pact in my hand, so this is gonna let me cast another Titan next turn.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I just didn't I wasn't able to get up to 4 mana, and even if I could only cast Paradoxical Outcome. And PO was just going to give me some value, but it wasn't going to be able to churn through my deck. If I was on the play and I could have had one more setup turn, I had like a Stoic Rebuttal that I could have just countered your first prime time, and then you just die, you know?
Yeah.
If you would have went for the Pact line, which it would have been a little too risky if I had 3 mana open, but I just let Pact resolve and then counter prime time, and then you lose the game. But
yeah, that is
I have
not
a
a
feeling
line I
you
would
probably wouldn't fall for that. All right, Dan, we got a question?
No, unfortunately we don't.
All right. Well, tag at SCG Tour if you want any questions answered. If not, we will just get to this third game. Yeah, so far it's just been whoever's on the play. Or no, I guess you were on the play both games, but
Yeah.
I just had a faster draw.
Yeah, I turned 3 the Titan that game.
That's right.
With an
and I
Amulet.
turned 3'd you. Well, I turned forward, but you countered.
Yeah,
So I feel like
which-
with a little disruption, then that's pretty
Yeah,
normal.
and the counter set us both back a turn, so it was really
Yup.
it was virtually the same. But now you are on the play.
Yeah, our hand is so close. One land away from just being great. One land and we are off to the races, but
no, my hand looks fine again. We continue to have turn 1 Tribe Scout, which is pretty important.
yeah.
We don't have the amulet still, and we have no way to dig for it, which can be a problem.
Yeah. All right, so we're down to 6 over here. All right, we're going to keep this. The hand is not great by any means, but we'll bottom this. And then we are going to just start with Disruption here and Thoughtseize you. I will go to 16. All right, so now the Tribe Scout slows you down by a lot here. Azusa is the real thing that gets you going, but yeah, I'd rather just slow you down. All right, your turn. Now that should buy us at least like 2 turns, realistically.
All
right, pretty solid draw here. We're gonna go with a Astrolabe draw. Now we'll just go with a Bobble and pass to you. We're going to be in a weird little staring match for a bit.
Oh. I haven't played a spell this game yet.
No, you haven't. Good call, good call. Casting free spells is cool.
Just going to get a Tribe Scout here. Instead, I'm going to end up shipping the amulet that was on top of my deck to the bottom. Now I feel really stupid. But I really want to get a blue source for potential Disdainful Stroke.
Okay.
So we will do that. And I have the ability to hold it up. So let's do that.
Okay. 3 counters.
You can go.
Now I have a decision if I want to bobble to draw an extra card.
Because that's going to be 1... No, I think I'd rather have it up next turn, which is the other option I have. So let's just play the Selesnya Sanctuary and return the Forest.
Okay. And you got 7 cards on, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll just draw here. Okay, so our draws aren't necessarily agreeing with us here. We'll just go land go.
Okay. And now I get to go Forest, Azusa.
Resolves.
Land drop. The castle enters untapped because I do have a forest, and now I get to hold up Disdainful Stroke for potential Urza, and the castle means I'm guaranteed to Titan next turn.
Yep.
Even with an ETB tap point.
Sounds great to me. We'll just draw land and pass to you. Hold up Disruption here.
Yeah, the fact that Corey has done absolutely nothing makes me think he has Stoke Rebuttal. Not sure what I do about that. Because I don't have really anything else going on, but I guess I could potentially wait so that when I go for Titan, it gets countered, I still have Stroke up on the backswing. So you can't counter untap Urza me and then get ahead. So I think that's what I should be aiming to do here. And that means there's no instant speed stuff, so we can just get in.
The beats, okay.
Get to 15.
15.
Yeah. Who am I going to say I don't have anything going on? Got Azusa in the red zone.
Oh, yeah.
So I need essentially 7 mana to do that, and I currently have 5. So this will do it. Let's play Simic Growth Chamber.
Okay.
Return Forest. Play Forest.
Okay.
I don't want to play the Azusa, and there's no point in playing this.
The Vesuva.
Yeah, Vesuva. Yeah.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
End step sacrifice.
Vesuva, Azusa.
Too many Azuzas.
Yeah, you're at 14.
All right. Then we're going to end step. Outcome. These 2.
And you have 2 cards in hand?
2 cards.
So even if one is Urza, that's not super threatening. So I think I just want to stop you from drawing cards.
Okay.
Stroke that.
All right. Now, do I want to bobble since that didn't work? Doesn't seem like I could. I could always do it during my turn. Okay, that's not a great draw. think we just have to go for this now. E for 0. Outcome these 3. All right, draw 3. Okay. Now we're going to... Yeah, we're going to be in trouble here, that's for sure. Sacrifice this.
13. I mean, you've just drawn a bunch of extra cards.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm resolving my Titan.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem. Now I could get an Emery in play, which is probably what I want to do here. So to do so, I would have to go like this, and then Emery.
Yep.
All right. And now we can bobble if we want here to draw an extra card, but it doesn't do anything right now, so we'll just pass. Now prime time is gonna be a little devastating.
Cast Ancient Stirrings.
Okay.
That was very bad.
All right. Gemstone.
Was looking for Amulet or a Karoo, which is a lot of hits. But,
Yeah.
we're packed.
Okay.
Get a Titan.
Okay.
Maybe I should have pacted first because I knew I was doing that anyway, and just like thins my deck of a card.
Possibility.
So I will filter some mana into Castle.
Okay.
Primeval Titan, and
yeah, now with you not being able to activate it this turn, that helps a little bit.
yeah, I could have also found Teleria West. My goal was to get a Teleria West transmute off this turn. I think I had a lot of hits off that Stirrings to do it.
Yep.
And unfortunately did not hit. So how do I set up for next turn?
Have you played a land yet?
I have not.
Ooh.
But like I could get Karoo, Teleria West, bounce it, and then I have 3 land drops.
You want to call in Corey to help?
Oh, that works actually. Okay, so let's get Teleria West, and I guess we'll just want another Growth Chamber.
You can get the red-white land, the haste land, and a Guru land, and then return the red-white land, play the haste land, play Gemstone, give it haste, and activate again.
Sure, but that second activation won't do anything.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's not something I'm interested in.
Sure.
Yeah, so let's just get another Growth Chamber.
Okay.
So here's what we're going to do. We have not played a land yet.
Okay.
I'm going to make a blue.
All right.
I'm going to play Vesuva. That's 1 land. Copy Simic Growth Chamber. Return Gemstone Mine.
Okay.
Play 2 more land drops. These both go to blue, get more blue, and then we'll transmute.
Okay.
That will get us a Pact of Negation to stop any nonsense that goes on Corey's turn.
Seems quite good.
And then I will pass because I have a ton of mana. I have 12 mana, so I can pay for both pacts.
Yeah, I think at end step I'm going to bobble you. Draw a couple cards. Yeah, I just don't think there's... Thank you. I don't think there's going to be much I can do here. Through a counter spell as well. So we'll try this. Play a Psy.
That's fine.
Okay. Astrolabe. Get a flyer.
Yep.
Draw. Box Amber, get a flyer.
Yep.
I will tap. Play Bobble, get a flyer. So I can't get enough to try to kill Prime Time, unfortunately. Nor can I play like an Urza. So I guess we have to try and sacrifice some creatures. That doesn't seem very good. but I don't know what else we can really do. 4, 5. Well, if we get another 0 drop, then maybe we can present blocking primetime here. So maybe we'll try that. We'll sacrifice this and the Mox to draw a card. Okay. It's not the worst. Sacrifice this.
12.
12. Do we even want to do that? Make another one.
Yep.
And think that's all we want to do. We'll pass to you.
Okay. Upkeep. I will pay for my Summoner's Pact.
Dang it. That was my out. We almost had him.
Well, that makes it even more convenient. I will... You have 3 in hand?
2.
2. Let's cast an Explosives on 0.
All right.
Pop it.
I am going to, in response, bobble you. Sure. These all die.
Attack here. I'm going to get Boros Garrison and Teleria West. Return the Teleria West.
I'll just block, take 6.
Yep. And blue-green, make white.
Okay.
EE on 3. And pop that.
That sounds good. That's quite strong.
So now I have Teleria West in hand and Pact in hand and Titan in play. Corey has pretty much
2.
nothing.
Um.
And you're at 6. So this Titan is now representing lethal next turn.
All right. Well, Witching Well.
Yeah.
Scry.
And it's going to have double strike next turn if I wanted to.
Yep. Can't be the E blown of all my things. That was pretty nice.
I was going to transmute for the second one, then I just drew the second copy for turn. I was like, okay.
That was pretty nice. That was a beatdown. I mean, I think primetime, once if you can get if you do your thing and I do my thing, I think you win. Because you're doing stuff where when you combo off, you're searching for tools that stop me from comboing off.
Yeah, and everybody sort of thinks of the deck as always getting Slayer Stronghold and then Sunhome and going for the kill. And actually, most of the games you win, you just play a Titan and then figure out which of your 17 utility lands make sure that they can't win.
Exactly. It's just a puzzle. I mean, I've played the deck plenty of times. It's not about trying to win. It's about trying to not lose every single turn. Make it so you're closing every single door turn after turn, and then eventually, your prime time win.
Yeah.
And it's also doing this very fast. So Amulet is just an awesome combo deck. Pretty similar to Urza, in my opinion. Except it doesn't get disrupted by some of the artifact hate, right? Like the only artifact is Amulet, so that's not that big of a deal.
And one of the issues with this deck has been its consistency, and Castle Garenbrig and Once Upon a Time both improved that. So there were games where you got stuck on 5 mana because of the way Azusa and Amulet work. Sometimes you would if you play turn 1 an Amulet and then you have to tap 3 mana for an Azusa. If you have another Karoo, that's 5. But oftentimes you would if you play a land, a Karoo, and play the Azusa on turn 2, then you're at 4. There are a lot of weird corner cases where you get stuck at 5 too.
Yeah.
Castle lets you get up to 6.
Yeah. I mean, Castle, right when that card was printed, everybody just looked at prime time and went, oh God.
But I thought it'd be more in the Scapeshift deck as opposed to this deck where, it's hard to find room because you need all these other lands. But, Matt just went up to 29 lands. But Liesless were at 27 for a while, then went to 28, and now he's playing 29 to fit everything in. There's no Colony Garden here in the main, so he's cut some of the other utility lands that aren't as relevant in the current metagame. There's not a lot of humans. Oftentimes you would want that blocker against humans.
Yeah.
And so if it's 2 Castle Garenbrig in the deck, and even if they enter tapped with Amulet, that's great. And
it's on tap it, yep.
Yeah, and just make sure that you turn 3 that Titan more often. Definitely turn 4 through Disruption.
Yeah.
That's what the deck is trying to do.
Yeah, just making it more consistent with Once Upon a Time as well. So
yeah,
I think it looks sweet. I think anybody looking to combat Urza, Amulet is definitely the deck to do it. It's a deck where you better play a few matches before you get into a tournament because that deck is a big brain deck for sure. But we are running a little bit low on time. We want to bring you our third match, kind of the present of Urza here with Jeskai Ascendancy. And what are you going to be playing?
I'm going to be playing an updated Affinity list. This is from Ryan Gassaway, top 4 of the Team Constructed Open. Got some new Throne of Eldraine cards. We'll talk about those when we come back after the break. How long we need, Dan? 5 minutes, yeah. It's 5 minutes. We'll be back. We'll get one more match in, and we're playing for the marbles, so you don't want to miss it.